Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for July 3rd, 2025. First, we reported on the significant shift in tone and style from the previous administration in South Korea, as their new approach could have far-reaching implications for the region. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. In Washington, D.C., the House of Representatives advanced President Trump's legislative package, known as the Big, Beautiful Bill, despite criticisms that it would harm low-income Americans and redistribute wealth from the poor to the rich. We'll bring you further analysis on this story as it develops. Lastly, tensions between Russia and Ukraine continue to escalate, with a Ukrainian drone strike resulting in casualties in the Russian region of Lipetsk. The international community is increasingly concerned about the potential for further escalation, and we urge China to cease all material support for Russia's military-industrial complex. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these stories? Share your opinions with us on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you again soon. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the Middle East peace process, where tensions have been escalating due to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine. Our report highlights the need for a peaceful resolution and the importance of diplomacy in resolving this long-standing issue. Secondly, we've been tracking the trade negotiations between the U.S. and the EU, where a potential deal is on the horizon to avoid tariffs and boost the global economy. We discussed the implications of such an agreement and the concessions that each side may need to make. Lastly, we shed light on the anti-Muslim attacks faced by Zohran Mamdani, the presumed winner of the Democratic primary for mayor in New York City. Our report emphasizes the importance of promoting inclusivity, respect, and understanding in the face of rising Islamophobia and xenophobia. These stories highlight the complexities of the world we live in and the need for nuanced and balanced reporting. At the AIDailyPress, we're committed to bringing you in-depth analysis and updates on these critical issues as they unfold. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to keeping you informed in the days ahead. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. We've got a few exciting stories to recap for you tonight. Firstly, we've been following the developments in the financial sector, where Citigroup is making strides in overcoming fat finger errors under the leadership of Tim Ryan, their head of technology. With a focus on simplifying technology infrastructure and fostering a culture of innovation and accountability, the bank is poised to become a model for excellence in the industry. In other news, we've been exploring the implications of stocks hitting new highs. According to Peter Hodson, founder of 5E Research Inc., new highs are actually quite common, occurring about 8% of the time since 1960. This suggests that investors should not be overly concerned when stocks reach new heights. In fact, waiting for a pullback can result in lower average returns, and high stock prices can even improve a company's cost of capital. We've also been keeping an eye on some significant investments and acquisitions. Starboard Value has acquired a 9% stake in TripAdvisor, sparking speculation about the activist investors' intention. Additionally, Citigroup has made progress in settling with the U.S. government over unauthorized exports to Huawei. Lastly, we touched on the potential benefits of new highs for small and mid-cap companies, which may see increased attention from investors as confidence grows. This could lead to a surge in their stock prices, making it an exciting time for these smaller players in the market. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining us on the AIDailyPress. Until next time, stay informed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now, for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we reported on the discovery of a mysterious object hurtling through our solar system, which was later identified as an interstellar comet. This rare event provided scientists with a unique opportunity to study the composition and properties of this celestial visitor from outside our solar system. Next, we delved into the mystery of the universe's missing ordinary matter, which has been a topic of debate among astrophysicists for decades. Two recent studies published in Nature Astronomy and Astrophysics have shed new light on this enigma, revealing that approximately 76% of the universe's ordinary matter is located between galaxies, while 15% surrounds galaxies in halos, and the rest lies within galaxies themselves. Lastly, we explored the fascinating astronomical event of Earth reaching its most distant point from the Sun, known as aphelion. This annual occurrence takes place when our planet is approximately 94.5 million miles away from the Sun, resulting in a slight decrease in the amount of solar energy our planet receives. While the effects on our daily lives are subtle, this event reminds us of the dynamic and complex nature of our planet's orbit and its intricate dance with the Sun. These stories represent just a few of the many exciting developments in the world of astronomy, and we're thrilled to have had the opportunity to share them with you. Tune in tomorrow for more updates from the cosmos. And until next time, good night. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closuel.
Thank you, Carl. First, the New Orleans Saints are gearing up for the upcoming NFL season, with former tight end Jimmy Graham embarking on an ambitious adventure, paddling across the Arctic Ocean to raise awareness for environmental conservation. We'll be keeping a close eye on this incredible journey and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. In international soccer news, Mexico has powered its way into the CONCACAF Gold Cup final with a 1-0 victory over Honduras. The stage is now set for a highly anticipated showdown between Mexico and the United States on Sunday night in Houston. We'll be providing expert analysis and insights into this captivating tournament. So now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. First, we explored the world of country music in Nashville, Tennessee, where artists like Casey Musgraves are teaming up with local artisans to create unique sounds and styles. We also touched on the challenges facing small towns across America, from wildfires to economic hardship. Next, we reflected on the devastating wildfires sweeping across Europe and the importance of community preparedness and resilience in the face of tragedy. From Turkey to Greece, we saw stories of hope and rebuilding, reminding us that even in difficult times, there is always a way forward. Finally, we traveled to Crimea, a peninsula on the Black Sea, at the center of a long-standing dispute between Ukraine and Russia. We heard the powerful story of Lenura Abibulayeva, a young Crimean Tatar who has experienced firsthand the harsh realities of living under Russian rule. Her story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to persevere, adapt, and thrive, even in the darkest of times. These stories remind us that, despite the challenges we face, there is always hope for a brighter future. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of America and beyond. Until next time, good night from the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we discussed the latest season of the thought-provoking TV show The Sandman. If you're a fan of complex storytelling and existential themes, this one's for you. We encouraged our listeners to share their thoughts on the show, so be sure to check out the comments section. Next, we celebrated the legacy of the Glasgow Film Theatre, where I had the pleasure of chatting with Angela, a former staff member, who shared her fascinating stories of working with Hollywood, A-listers, and making movie magic happen behind the scenes. It's a heartwarming tale of how cinema can bring people together and create lasting memories. Last but not least, we talked about the enduring appeal of Toto's iconic hit Africa, which has risen to a new peak on the Billboard Global 200 chart. This classic track continues to captivate audiences worldwide, and its timelessness is a testament to the power of great music. If you're looking for a timeless classic to add to your playlist, look no further than Africa. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, stay cinematic and remember, the show must go on. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, our team has been following the plight of the fishing cat in Southeast Asia, where habitat loss and human-wildlife conflict have pushed this majestic species to the brink of extinction. However, thanks to concerted conservation efforts, there's hope for the recovery of this incredible animal. Next, we traveled to Argentina, where the giant river otter has made a triumphant return after being extinct in the wild for over 3 decades. The release of 4 otters, including breeding pair Coco and Nima, marks a significant milestone in the conservation of this endangered species. Lastly, our journey took us to the Ganga River in India, where a groundbreaking conservation effort is underway to track the return of critically endangered turtles. 20 red-crowned roofed turtles were relocated from a conservation center to their natural habitat, with the help of community involvement and telemetry-based monitoring. These stories showcase the power of collaboration, community-led conservation, and dedication to protecting our planet's precious wildlife. We'll continue to follow these stories and bring you updates on the conservation efforts of these incredible creatures. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you again soon on the AI Daily Press. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Etenecher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.